A rip-roaring game, terrific end to it. You got your 3 points.
Excuse me, a really good game of football. I thought we gave a really good account of ourselves. I think it was important to do that for the other teams in the league as well. I thought it was really important, but I thought the boys were magnificent, put some really good football together. Obviously didn't withstand everything they threw at us, but near enough did. And then one of the subs again has come on and made an impact, and we've ended up with a penalty. But full credit to the players. We spoke about wanting to finish on a high and how we wanted to play, and I thought it was a really good performance.
How important was it that you matched what Bradford were going to come at you from 7:45, because you knew what was at stake for them?
Yeah, and I think what the team's developed into is being able to deal with that side of it better, particularly second balls, second contacts. Yes, the goals again were always avoidable, but I think as a collective, I think the players are more suited now to dealing with that type of situation. And then, you know, I thought we would be the better footballing team, and they managed to do that. You know, the message was as quickly as you can get a foothold in the game by playing football out from the back, because we knew how their setup would be in a 4-4-2 deeper block. And I thought after 4 or 5 minutes, you know, they came, and the voices from the crowd, they came and give us a right good going for the first 4 or 5 minutes, and I thought the game settled down. But I thought they were magnificent players.
Terrific for you, and terrific for Dan Ajayi, who scored 2 great goals, so you're off to a flying start.
Yeah, we were. Perhaps could have been another one as well. Not for Dan, but we perhaps could have had another one. But it was really good football. 2 assists from Longy, and then he's obviously got his goal at the end. But he's ended up in the right place as a centre forward to finish that, and I thought it was a great ball down the side. He just slowed him up and put the afterburners on, and it was a really tidy finish because there's 2 players unmarked in the box, so good job he scored.
Well, you finished exactly how you wanted with a terrific run of results at home. You know, it's taken you up to 13th in the table.
Yeah, we want to make this place a difficult place for teams to come. We've got to develop all different types of ways of winning games at home with what teams throw at us, but then we've got to play how we want to play within that. But it's a great achievement to go on this little run at home, and you know, up to 13th. I know it's the end of the season, but still a real positive, isn't it? You know, we give the players a few days off now, and we'll look to travel down on Sunday to Newport and see if we can replicate it.
Yeah, what you want now is, because you've done terrific at home, you want to make a bit of a win away from home.
Yeah, of course we do. Obviously, the difficult team to play against Newport. We found it tough here when I first, at the start of my reign when I took over. But yeah, we want to go there and we want to put on a performance again. There's no pressure on the players, is there? They can go out with a lot of freedom, enjoy the last game of the season, but be competitive, and let's see if we can pick up another 3 points.
You're getting some real consistent performances. I know you've been talking about, when we ask you what do you think has been the problem with the season, you said inconsistency, but there's finally some consistent performance coming from some of your players.
Yeah, the best teams in the league show consistency. You know, we're showing that a little bit too late now. Late in the day, well, miles too late in the day, but that's what it's got to be. You've got to become, if you want to be challenging in and around the playoffs in this division, you have to be consistent. You also have to have a fully fit squad and players to choose from, like we've had in the last few games coming off the bench.
Could have been a case for Dan Ajayi to get a hat-trick if he could have penetrated from the penalty spot, but he was off the pitch as well, so he's taken over with Crutch Long. Pressure was really on. There's all sorts of things going on, wasn't there? But he stood calm and smashed it in. Yeah,
I actually thought he'd give a free kick the other way to start with, but I think Courtney might have scored, and he was saying, why didn't you play on? But it'd have been some fight if Longy would have been fit for the season. He was going to take penalties anyway. Terrific penalty, you know. Dan's ran himself into the ground again for the football club. He's been absolutely magnificent this season, and I'm delighted for Longy to get another goal.